universe. That is how I imagine my life to be. I don't want to retire because I have so much work to do on this planet. And if you're not living your life that way, you might find an emptiness inside that you need to escape to somewhere else in order to be happy. So today what I want to inspire you is that where you are right now, whether you're in a job, whether you're in a business, wherever you may be, that you find joy where you are. You find joy, you find happiness, and you find that you want to wake up in the morning and you know that your life has purpose. How many of you like that? That is something that excites me. That is something that gets me up. That is something that gets me up when I feel down. When I feel like I don't want to get up in the morning. If you have that reason, congratulations. If you don't stop finding it. Keep looking. Like what Steve Jobs says, stay hungry. But I wouldn't say stay foolish. Because foolishness doesn't get you very far. But stay hungry. Stay curious, not foolish, stay curious. So that you keep looking for things to learn, new things that will bring you to another place. That's what I want for you. So in your life, as I mentioned, there will be times when you have ups and downs, yes? And what do you do when you have downs, when you fall? Do you find it easy to get back up? No. There are times when you fall and you want to stay there, yes? Even when someone wants to help you, you say no. Have any one of you done that before? Yeah. So when you have a goal big enough to be that champion, even though he has fallen, even though he has failed to get that #1 spot, did he stop? No. So what keeps you going on? That is the big question. So the only failure, as we say in Money and You, the only failure is the failure to participate. So in life, if you're just sitting at the side watching someone else be successful, are you going to be successful? No. So these are the things that is outside of your control. Other people's actions. A lot of time people send their employees or send their friends and families to programs like this because they say, what? You need to change. Not me, you need to change. Can you change other people? No. Who can you change? Yourself. So don't go and send your kids, your friends, your family to some program and you say, you need to go because you need to change. No. You go for the program first and then you change. And when you change, they get inspired because you are starting to live your wow, your number 10 in your life. Would they want to change? Yeah, they will want to change. What else is out of your control? Other people's feelings. How many of you have dreams and you have people in your life who say, you can't reach that dream. Who you are right now, you can't reach it. Anyone said that to you before? Anyone has ever laughed at your dreams before? Yeah. Have you laughed at someone else's dreams before? Yeah. So you can't change other people's feelings and you can't change what they say to you, but you can change how you respond, your attitude, your effort, your behavior, and your actions is something that you can change. Right? Will you face challenges and adversity? Yes, that's something out of your control. So when I went through this program, Money and You, 11 years ago, I went through a lot of adversity. And in the program, we learned universal principles to get us out of adversity a lot faster. And that is how you live a more empowered life. How many of you would like to learn tools like that? Other people's mistake. Someone else make the mistake. Can you do something about it? Mistake already made. Who gets blamed for other people's mistake? Anyone blame you for their mistake before? Have you blamed someone else for your mistake? I see more smiling faces. Right. Other people's opinions. You can't change other people's opinions about you and how you live your life. But what do you have control of? Your attitude, your effort, your behavior, and your action. So that no matter what, every time you feel like someone is stopping you, every time you feel the environment is stopping you, you can still move forward. You can still move forward to be the champion in your life. And that's the only control that you have. So as we say in Money and You as well, for things to change first, what? I must change. For things to change first, I must what? I must change. So give the person next to you a high five and say, I love change. Alright, now it's time for a game. Who would like to play a game? Fantastic. Alright, for this game, this is going to be a challenge for you. In Money and You, we say games are often a reflection of behavior. Games are often a reflection of what? Behavior. Why do I say that? Anyone, why do I say that? When you play games, what do you get? Sorry? You think and act. How you think and act? Yeah. What else? What do you get from games? Pardon? You learn new things, yeah. How do you learn new things from games? How do you learn new things from games? We say it is often a reflection of behavior. Now, a friend of mine told me this before. In the olden days, the Chinese, and when they want to choose their potential son-in-laws, do you know what they do? They play mahjong. Do you know what mahjong is? Yes. Anyone doesn't know what mahjong is? Okay, you don't need to know. So how the mother-in-laws choose their son-in-laws is through the game of mahjong. Why? Why do you think they do that? What can they see from the game?
The attitude.
Their attitude. Their behaviors, it will come out in the game, yes? How they deal, yeah. How they move with changes, how they get their results. So the mother-in-law can see that to see whether this is someone I want to marry my daughter. Is that important? So mothers and fathers will learn how to play mahjong after this. So in this game, what I will need is a volunteer. Can someone volunteer to demonstrate up front? Someone who thinks you are strong. Oh, okay, thank you. Please give him a hand. Yes, come on stage, please. So the first rule is to choose a partner. Choose a what? Partner. And this is very, very important. You need to choose someone that you do not know. Someone you didn't come here with.
Anybody that don't know me? Volunteer to give a buck. Please.
Okay, fantastic. So, how this is called the handshake game. It's called what? Handshake game. So it starts with a handshake first. Nice meeting this person. Yes? Yes. And this is how you score your points. It's a scoring game. It's a what? Scoring game. So how do you win? When you score. So this is how you score. You shake hand, and then his hand must go to my waist. That's how I score. How many points? 1 So his hand goes to my waist, I score 1 point. How does he score 1 point? Okay, you get it? Okay, so now we play the game, huh? Okay, so. Thank you, please give me my hand. That was a demonstration. Afterward you can come and show later on. You will play the game first.
I will play the game.
Yeah, everybody will play the game. So that was a demonstration on how you play the game and how you score points. Are you clear? Yes. Okay, please give them a big round of applause. So the game has not started yet. Okay, so you choose your partner, someone you do not know. Okay, it's very, very important. Because the last time we played this in Malaysia, a husband and wife came to the room. They played this game, right? And it got a little bit out of hand. So when the wife went back, she wasn't happy. So we recommend that you do not play with someone you know. Play with someone you don't know. Okay? Next is, okay, you bring it with a handshake, you score points, and then you count your own points. So make sure you do what? You count your points. Who is responsible for counting? You. So in your excitement, make sure you remember to count your points. Yes? Okay, thank you. So please stand up and find a partner. Please stand up and find a partner. Who scored 0 points? Okay, can I have you and your partner? Come on. Come on stage. Okay, please give these two gentlemen a round of applause. Can you show us how you play the game? It's 10 hours. And start. Only one time. Alright, thank you. Please give them a hand. Now for the couple in front with 65, can you come up on stage? Please give them a hand. Alright, can you demonstrate how you play the game? Please give them another round of applause. So what happened? What happened in the game? How come some people scored 0 and some people scored 65? What happened? How they work? Yes, can you please give her a microphone? So after you played this game, it was a very short game, you had some results. Some had 0, some had 65. So what happened?
We decided to change the rules and we went for a strategy group as well. We did strategy.
Fantastic. Thank you. You go ahead. How many of you have heard of this concept called win-win? A lot. How many of you think you played win-win? Sorry? You don't realize that the first time. So the thing is this, you can learn a lot of things today that you think you know, like a concept called win-win. But how you actually play in life comes out in the game. And you find that you actually play what? Win? Lose. Does that happen in life? I gave everybody the same rules, correct? In the market, you will also have the same rules. You will also have the same information. Today, some speakers will be also giving you information. They'll also be giving you the same rules. But each person who goes out here, you are playing your own game. Do you know what game you are playing? Is that game you are playing bringing you to where you want to be in your life right now? And if it's not, what needs to change? That is a big question. Okay. So you have results in your life, and this is like the, what is this? Iceberg. Maybe someone can turn off the lights here. Right. So this is the iceberg. And above the iceberg is what you can see, correct? Below the iceberg is what you cannot see. So above the iceberg, this is what I say, are your actions and your behaviors that can be seen. Your skills, what are you capable of? Your environment, this is all something that you can see, correct? So what you can see, you can change. If you cannot see, you cannot change it. What is below the iceberg? Your beliefs, your values, right? Your identity, spirituality. So these are your self-image, how you see yourself, your traits, what are your habits, your motives, what energizes you, your values. How you play the game comes from here. The results that you create in life comes from here. How many of you know what is underneath your iceberg? Right? This is where, when you play the game, it either limits you or it supports you. For a lot of people, there are a lot of limitations right here. So what really happens is how you respond. Only 1 minute to play the game. How did you respond? That was your automatic reaction. How did you make decisions? So in that 1 minute, they made a decision. Do you talk to each other? Yeah, they talk to each other. So for those of you who played the game, do you talk to each other? No, they didn't talk to each other. So is communication important? Is setting the intention important? Is setting your goals and vision important? And if you don't communicate your goals and vision, what happens? Zero. So our purpose here in Money and You, and also in all the speakers who are here today, is to bring up what the invisible is to the visible. So when you know there are some skills that you need but you do not have right now, can you do something about it? Yes. When you learn about strategies, there are things that you do not know. So you can learn more skills to get the knowledge. Right? But you also need to know how you automatically respond. Because with that skills and knowledge, if you do not know how your mind works, how you make your decisions, is it possible that you can make the wrong decisions? So the other thing I wanted to share with you is this. Does your current environment support you to be successful? And there are 4 key environments here. Your physical environment, that could be your body, and it could be your workspace, your home, your family, your society. Does that environment support you? Emotional. Is your current emotional state also supportive? Do you feel more empowered or more disempowered in your life? Do you feel excited or do you not feel excited? Do you feel angry? Do you feel joy? What do you feel? Those are your emotional state. And if someone is angry with you, how do you deal with it? So these are your emotional environment. Next is mental. What does it take to win? What does it take to play win-win? How are you feeding your mind? Mental. And spiritual. Spiritual is your significance, your impact. What impact are you making? Right. So are your 4 environments here supporting you to be successful in your life? Anyone here can say all 4 environments are currently supporting you to be successful in your life? You have this kind of environment. How many of you don't have this environment? How many of you don't know what I'm talking about? Okay, just checking. So nobody hands up. Are there any questions about this? Okay, so now what I want you to do, I want you to think about your physical environment. Your physical environment is your space, where you work, where you live, your body. Is it healthy or not? Right? Think about emotionally. Do you have emotional support from your family? How high is your emotional IQ? How well do you deal with emotions, with people, with setbacks, with failure? How well do you deal with that? That's emotional maturity. Mental. How are you feeding your mind? Right? And spiritual, for some of you, this may be important, right? What kind of impact are you making in the world? Is this the environment that you currently have? If it's not, how do you put it into your environment, right? So this is something that you can have control of. So think about this. If you have any area in your life that you feel is lacking, how would you be in an environment that's supportive? What would be an environment that is supportive of you? For instance, for me, I fear public speaking. Coming up, standing here this morning with all of you, I have a lot of fear. Any of you people fear if you come up and stand here to speak? I still go through that fear. But what environment of support do I need? I joined Toastmasters. Any of you heard of Toastmasters? Yeah. So for those of you who have not heard of Toastmasters, it's a very supportive and positive environment that trains you how to speak more effectively and how to be a better leader. So I joined Toastmasters so that I can practice. I can fail. In the year 2009, I was still very scared to come up to speak. But I have this super PR person on my team. And she says, she came home, she came to the office one day and said, Jacy, guess what? I managed to secure interview on television, and you are going on it. I was like, what? I could not sleep, I could not eat for the next 1 week. And I says, how am I going to do this? I almost wanted to give it up and say, just let someone else do the show. But that was the opportunity of my life. So in Toastmasters, we have a program called Communication on Video. I said, I'm going to do this project. I prepared all the questions that I wanted the interviewer to ask me. I prepared the questions. And I practiced with my friend, who's the interviewer. The first question she asked me, I went blank. I couldn't answer. I failed. But I learned. I practiced again, another 2 times before I went up. And that was the first time in my life I went on live TV. So if your environment is not supportive of you, make sure you put yourself in the environment where you are supported. Can you do that? So for those of you who have fear in public speaking, join Toastmasters. Come up on stage more often, right? So what are the environments and how is it going to support you? In Money and You will learn how to create these environments as well, right? Maybe the first time, it depends on where you're at. If it's something important, you will get the lesson, right? If not, come back and you can review, and that's where you'll learn how to create the environment. You create the environment on how to create your high-performance team. You'll learn about teams, you'll learn about synergy. So that is creating a supportive environment. We also teach you how to create positive learning environments so that you will have maximum impact in your learning as well. Is that something important in your life? Would you like to create that in your family, in your workplace? Yes, fantastic. So this is what you need to be successful, and this is one of the principles from Money and You. Most people spend their life earning a living rather than designing your life. So remember the bicycle again. You learn your skills on how to go from point A to point B. That's like going through school, finding a good job, and then you get to point B, and then you find that's not where you want to be. Right? Rather than designing your life. So today, I'm sharing with you some key elements that you can create your environment in order to be successful. Whether it's in your workplace, your business, your home, your society. These are keys that you can start to think on how you can implement ways for you to feel supported, ways for you to feel inspired, ways for you to feel empowered. If you don't have that environment right now, ask, what do you need? Maybe I need to surround myself with friends who will support me and who will support my dreams, who will not call me crazy or laugh at me. Do you need that? Yes. Now, over the next 2 days, the sessions will be, you'll learn a lot more about money, real estate, and investments as well, right? So, in life, if you do not know how your cash flows, you will not know how to make it grow, right? So, if you are working, you earn money, and how many of you go through this phase, up and down? One day you got money, one day you don't have. One day got, one day don't have. One day got, one day don't have. You have that phase? Yeah. And you're still struggling to make ends meet? Do you want to change that? Yes. Right. So learn about how your cash flows, and later on we have a little time to share more about that. Are you excited? Yes. Fantastic. So when you know how your cash flows, you can make your cash grow. And in Money and You learn about clarity leads to power. You will learn so much clarity in every area of your life that you'll feel empowered. And that is where you can make a difference. Something I realized from Money and You is this. How many days forward can I I survive if I stop working tomorrow? So if you stop working, you have no more income. How many days forward can you survive? I see some of you smiling. Really think about this question. And if you want, so the first step to financial freedom is financial responsibility. And I would like to acknowledge all of you for being here because you're taking responsibility for your finances. Yes? Please give yourself a big round of applause. So if you want something you've never had, you've got to do something that you've never done before. What you have learned up to this point in your life got you to where you are today. So if you want more money and you want more success, what do you need to do? The same thing or something different? Something different, right? So today you're going to learn a lot of things about what that something different is so that you can create more of what you want. Is that good or good? Good, fantastic. So think of it like this. You are a fish in a bowl. How big is the bowl? Small. How big can that fish grow? Only as big as the bowl, right? So just like you are at right here, right now, I hope that you have had some reflection of where you are at right now. And that is your bowl. This is where you are. When I talk about environment, there's a fish bowl. That is the water inside. Right? Does the water have oxygen in order for you to survive? If it doesn't, how are you going to put oxygen in? Think about that. If this bowl is too small for you and you want to grow bigger, what needs to happen? You need a bigger bowl. Right? And if you want to grow again, what needs to happen? A bigger bowl. And you want to be in the ocean. Yeah. So this is where we are in our life. You find out we are here. Some of us deny that we are in a fishbowl. We think we are in an ocean. But we live like we are in a fishbowl. Yes? Can you relate to that? Yeah. But you actually find out when you have this fishbowl, you find out you can do something about it, correct? Like now I see, oh, there's actually a fishbowl. And that's why when I swim here, I cannot go through. When I swim here, I cannot go through. I swim here, I cannot go through. Any one of you feel like that before? Those are your limitations. Those are what I showed you earlier. What is invisible? The things that are holding you back. And that is your fishbowl. So now if you want a bigger fishbowl, what needs to happen? What needs to happen? Anyone? Get out of your comfort zone. Yeah. So find a bigger bowl and jump inside. What else? Think differently. And how do you think differently? Follow your dream. How else? Set your own goals. Alright. There's one more very important element. Like I showed you earlier. How does someone who learns how to ride a bike become a champion? What do you think that person needs? What? Passion. Other than passion, what else does a person need in order to be a champion? Practice. Yes, practice is one of them. What else does a person need? It's a very, very important key, and that's why all of you are here today. Sorry? Desire? Right? Desire is another one. Another really, really important. If you get this, right? It's something very important. Belief, goals, skills, and how do you learn new skills? Follow the master. Give him a big round of applause. To be a champion, who do you want to learn from? teach you what they have learned. So when you are a small fish, who do you want to learn from? A bigger fish, right? Learn from the bigger fish how to be a big fish. What did the fish eat? What time they slept? What time they wake up? What music they listen to? All this, is it important or not? Yes. A lot of masters will actually share with you their secret of success, if you ask them. So are you willing to ask today? If you don't understand, are you willing to ask? So for the speakers here, are you willing to share? Yes! Please give them a round of applause. This is one of the masters as well, and Baruchan will be sharing about Robert Kiyosaki later on. And he says this: before you can transform your wallet from poor to rich, you've got to transform your spirit from poor to rich. Just like the fish, the small fish in a bowl. You always dream about the ocean, but if you're still stuck in your fish bowl, can you swim in the ocean? No, you have got to learn how to swim in the ocean. Is the environment in the fishbowl the same as the ocean? No. So your environment needs to change. Your environment needs to what? Change. Give the person a high five next to you and say, I love change. So to break through your performance, you've got to break through your psychology. Right? For things to change first, I must what? Change. That's it. Your input equals your output. So your participation today, the notes that you take, the amount of thinking that you do is your input. How you apply it after today, like if you learn win-win, now do you have a different concept of win-win? Do you have an experience of what win-win is? Will you be playing the game differently when you go out? So I hope next time you shake hand, you remember me, huh? Okay. These are some things that we may think about. How many of you here are employees? You're working for someone? Wow. And how many of you here are the employers? You have people working for you. Right. Any one of you in between? Yes. Okay. So for those of you who are majority here are employees, do you have this playing in your mind? I work for a paycheck. Yes? Okay. How about this? I need to leave my job to pursue my passion. I know you don't want to put your hands up because your boss is here, right? And I'm not asking you to leave your job, okay? I may lose financial security if I pursue my passion. Does this run in your mind? Yes. And I'll pursue my passion when I'm retired, when I have time, when I have money. How old will you be by then? 50, 60. Do you really want to wait that long? No. So start today, right? So your output, your input equals your output. And as I mentioned, what you feed your mind, you will see as your result. So if you're thinking all these thoughts, you may want to change your thoughts. So how do you change your thoughts? When you change your thoughts, you change your results. What can you say differently? I work for a paycheck. You can say, I work to express my passion. How does that feel? Does it make you feel more excited? Yeah. Is that something that you can do where you're at right now? Yeah. I need to leave my job to pursue my passion. Now you say, I can find my passion where I am. Can you do that? Can you be happy where you are right now? No. Find out what is in the environment that made you say no. Find that out. If it is a no right now, it is what you see at this moment. When you walk out this door, if you see your same environment from different eyes, you will have a different experience. So maybe ask yourself, yes, my environment may not support me right now. I may not have the best team, I may not have the best boss, whatever. But in what I do, where I am, can I find my passion? Can I find some joy? in what I do. Can you do that? Yes. When you start to do that, you start to see how your life will change. And it's just by changing your thoughts. I may lose financial security if I pursue my passion. Say this, people are willing to pay me to do what I love. How does that sound? Yes. How many of you want to be in that position? Fantastic. Come enjoy money and you. I'll pursue my passion when I retire, have time and money. Change it to, now is the best time to pursue my passion. Even if you are currently in a job, you can still pursue your passion. In my organization, when we interview our new staff to join the team, we ask them, what is your passion? What is your goal? Is it in alignment with the organization? How can the organization support you to make your passion become a reality, even outside of office hours? We do that. And we also ask them, how long do you intend to stay? What is the kind of growth? What do you want to learn that's new? And then after we help them to get that, they want to go? Go. Find someone else. Someone else's life will change going through that process. So for those of you who have businesses, are you willing to do that? Are you willing to support your staff to make their dreams into reality? Yeah. I tell you, when you do that, your staff will not want to leave. They will stay back. They will go the extra mile. Will you do that for your boss? If they provide the environment for you, will you do that for your boss? If they help you and support you to make your dreams into reality? Yes? Yeah. So be that kind of boss. So today, find out which step have you reached today. Did you come in here today with saying, I won't do it, I can't do it, and hopefully by now I want to do it. Later on, you learn a lot of strategies and you learn on how to do it. And when you go out from this door, I will try to do it. You will get some results, even though you fail or you fall, still say, I can do it. And even though you get through some challenges, you're faced with obstacles, tell yourself, what did I say? Change your thoughts and you change your what? Change your what? Your results. Change your thoughts and you will change your results. So come from the space of I will do it. And finally you will reach this stage when you say, yes, I did it. So turn to the partner next to you and say, yes, I did it. Give them a high five. So you can give yourself a lot of reasons on why not to do what you're supposed to do. Like, my boss didn't support me, the environment, the economy is bad, the ringgit is now 1 to 4. That really it's not the best position to be in. But we can complain and complain and complain and say why we don't get the results that we want, or we can do something about it. So what are you committed to? Your reasons or your results? Results. Okay, give the person a high five and say, I'm committed to my results. Okay, I don't feel your energy. Do it again. I'm committed to my results. So, at this point, do you have any questions? Did you learn something? Yes. Are you excited to learn more? Yes. Fantastic. So you'll learn a lot more this afternoon. And what I'd like to share with you is my life changed 11 years ago when I went for this program called Money and You. Like I said, my world was like that little fishbowl right there. I thought I'm going to be a government servant. I thought my life is going to be secure because I'm going to get pension and free medical after I retire. But I saw what else was possible. I had a glimpse of the ocean when I went through Money and You. And Money and You gave me what I needed in order to be prepared to fly like that fish out into the ocean. Is that something that you want? Yeah. And that is something that once you have it, no one can take away from you. Right? So my life has changed since I've done Money and You 11 years ago. And for the people who were here that Vijay has shared, the results that they have created in their life is phenomenal. And once you are a member of the program, you can come back to the program, meet new people, learn new things, because now that you go from a small fish to a bigger fish, do you see the world differently? Will you learn new things? Are you more open to receive more information? And then when you grow and you become a bigger fish, you come back again. Will you see things differently? Will you learn more things? Yes, because now your goal is bigger or smaller? Bigger. So that's why we have this free lifetime membership where you can review anywhere in the world in any language. And my dream in Cambodia is to see the Money and You instructor come up. It could be our dear friend here, so that more lives can change because of this program and because you are committed to your results. Because you want to change the environment in Cambodia. Do you want to change the environment in Cambodia? Yes. Do you want it to be more supportive so that more people can be happier, have more money, and be successful? Yes. Do you want that for your children? Yes. So your decision to come here today, I can tell you is the right decision. And before you walk out today, make another decision. Continue to learn. Find out what resonates with you. And say yes to that opportunity. Because out of so many people in Cambodia, only you are here. You can only make a decision for yourself and not for anyone else. Right? So that's why I've committed my life to this program to bring it around the world. And I would like to invite some of the graduates who are here. Who would like to hear from Money and You graduates? What has happened in their life? Yes? Fantastic. And I call upon Samantha, right? Yes. Samantha is a dear friend of ours. She flew all the way from Malaysia, just landed this morning. And she's actually from the Chinese Money and You. She runs a phenomenal business called Wealth Mastery Asia. Yeah. And her team is also amazing, so you got to go and visit her once you are in Malaysia as well. So let's give Samantha a big round of applause.
Hello everybody. Yeah, my name is Samantha. I come from Malaysia. I'm a Money and You graduate. I graduated on the 2003, which is 12 years ago. Okay, before I attended Money and You, I think really one thing which is really inspired me during Money and You is one thing that Jacy just now sharing. For things to change, first I need to change. Yeah, really, Money and You changed my life. For the past, I'm running retail business and wholesale business in Malaysia. After I attended Money and You, actually, I do review a lot of times. And 5 years later, I set up my company together with my boyfriend, which is currently my husband. Okay, we run a business, which is we run education business. We truly believe education really changed people's life. Our education, we are focusing in wealth creation, skill and knowledge, and the opportunities. For the 7 years in this business, I really see a lot of people, our graduates really, they change their life and they really will pursue their lifestyle in wealth, in health, and in their knowledge as well. Not even for my graduates. Actually, one thing that really adding to my value in my life is my team members. Those team members in my company, actually I really see them really change a lot. Not in terms of their quality of life and also their wealth. Most of them, I can be proudly to say that they are multi-millionaires in my company. And this is one thing that really changed my life is Money and You. Because all my staff actually is Money and You graduate as well. Yeah, really, I do thank you they really put a lot of hard work in Malaysia, in Singapore, and right now in Cambodia, to let a lot of people knowing that what is money and you. I really thanks to Peter, inviting me to be here and sharing about money and you. I mean, what the benefits from me from the money and you. I really thank Peter to bringing this good program to Cambodia. Thank you.
Let's give her another big round of applause. Samantha and her team, her husband, really inspires me whenever I see how enthusiastic they are and how excited they are about, what they do. So when you see them, it's like really very, very energized. So go and experience that one day, right? Samantha mentioned something that was really interesting, and that is she started off a business with her boyfriend, and then now it's her husband. So any of you here who are singles, if you want to find a partner, go for money and you. I share with you my experience. I mentioned before that I'm someone who's very scared of talking to people even one-on-one, yes? So when it comes to men talking to me, I will run the other way. So for the first 28 years of my life, I was single. I have a lot of people who admire me but never had the courage to ask me out. I was like, something is wrong with me. Right? But in Money and You, I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about what was invisible. I learned so much about what was stopping me in my life. And I started to feel, maybe I should be happier, feel more joy. So I started to love myself a lot more. I changed my mental environment. I started to look for things that inspires me, that excites me, that really helps me live my passion. And then I went for Money and You. After that I said, okay, because my work, I need to work weekends, I need to work sometimes late at night, long hours. So I told myself, I need to find someone who will support my career. Is that important? I need someone who will understand that there are days when I cannot be with him during the weekends or even late at night. Is that important? But morning can. Then I went for another program called Business School for Entrepreneurs. That's a more advanced program. And after I went through that program, I said, oh, now my mindset has changed. I have a different vision. And I said, my pool of fishes just got smaller. Because now one of my criteria is my partner has to also go through the Business School for Entrepreneurs. So my pool got smaller. I thought, oh, now I really cannot find anybody. But guess what? In that business school, I found my partner. And up to today, we are still orbiting in love. That's what we say. In Money and You, we call it orbiting in love rather than falling in love. So if you want to know the difference, come for Money and You. We also talk about love. And is love important in your life? Yes. If you have a partner in your life who doesn't support your success, your dreams, and your future, are you going to be happy? And if you are that kind of partner, please go for Money and You. Start to shift something inside you, and you will shift the world outside of you. That is what I can say, and that is something that money cannot buy. So if you want to create that kind of environment that supports your success, surround yourself with amazing people, just like every single people here today. You have invested your time, some of you invested your money as well. So you have committed to be here, committed to your success. Stay committed. Make sure you exchange contact numbers after this. Even though you may be someone sitting behind and feel shy to talk to someone else, exchange your number with at least one other person and stay in contact. Can you do that? Thank you. Right. So is it okay that I share with you a little bit more about Money and You and when is the next program? Yes? How many of you are interested to know? Thank you. Our next program will be in Malaysia on the 22nd to the 25th of October. That's Thursday to Sunday. Thursday evening we start. So you can take a flight to Malaysia on Thursday evening itself and then stay through Monday. You can come back to Cambodia. But I would suggest you stay on a few more days because you will get to meet a lot more people. You can also visit Samantha, whose office is near my office. There's so many things to do, so many people to connect with. So you may want to stay a few more days after Money and You, right? Limited time offer. So once our seats are full, we will close registrations and you have to wait another 6 months before you can get into the next intake. So I suggest you may want to enroll your seat as early as possible. This is what is included in the tuition fee. Now it's worth over $4,995. Actually, it is worth a lot more than that. What do you get? You get all meals are included, so you don't have to worry, you don't have to go out for your meals. We feed you very, very well. All your program materials included. You also don't need to bring your pens. We have marker pens for you. Lifetime membership. So you only pay one time. You only pay how many times? One time. It will last you a lifetime. And do you know how old Money and You is? It started in 1979. 1979. Up to today, it is still strong. Is there something that you need to learn? Yes. For those of you who are in business, do you want your business to last that long and even longer? Yes. So find out what they are doing. Unlimited lifetime review, as I mentioned, you can go anywhere in the world. If you know Chinese, Mandarin, Cantonese, and I think Hokkien as well, they do have it in those languages. So hopefully in the coming years, we can also have it in Cambodia. Then you also have access to masters and mentors, like Bolo has been a Money and You graduate since 1992, and I believe he'll also be sharing his amazing story. So you have access to masters and mentors just like this, and because of Bolo, we are also here in Cambodia. Let's give Bolo a big round of applause. So if you take action today, you will get additional bonuses. That is, we will have a Money and You completion and reunion. Just now you saw the photographs. We came to Cambodia to run the completion and reunion, so we'll come back again. And then you have a 75 minutes webinar with a DISC master. DISC is a personality profile. So as I mentioned, you'll learn more about what is underneath the iceberg. And the DISC master is from USA, so you get to connect with a master from USA. Emo Way profile in a 3-hour workshop. This is something that we can actually do in Cambodia. We have a lot more people who are joining the program. Emo Way is something like this. How your emotions shape your life decisions and even your health. This technology actually came up because of health. And it's amazing because when I did this Emo Way, it's a profile as well, personality profile. You just speak to a microphone like this for about 3 to 5 minutes. After that, it goes through a program and a process where you get to see what is going on in your body. How your emotions affect your heart, your lungs, your liver. They actually use it for medical purposes. So this is something new that we are also introducing here, and you're very lucky because you get to have this bonus. Never before, right? You said? Yeah. Then we also give you the Image Build Business Book. This is by Robert Kiyosaki, who's also a Money and You graduate, and he's an amazing image guru. Robert Kiyosaki has also consulted with Robert Kiyosaki before. So we'll give you this book, and you also have 6 months global networking membership. So you get to connect with graduates globally. Is that something that you want? From USA, Australia, China, anywhere that you go to, you get to have this 6 months global networking membership for free, right? If you take action today. So this is worth over 1,500. And right now, your investment is only this. USD 1825. Is that a good deal? Yes. Okay, so for those of you who know that this is something that you want to do for yourself, take the opportunity, sign up with the team over there for today, and you'll get all these bonuses as well. Alright? So, if you do have any questions, feel free to come and see me. The last thing I want to share with you is this. There is no scarcity of opportunity to make a living at what you love. There's only a scarcity of your resolve to make it happen. So, like riding a bicycle, if you have a big why, you will continue to ride it even after you fall down. So if you have a job right now which feels like just over broke, that's what Robert Kiyosaki loves to say, if you have a job just over broke, and if you add in passion, your job can turn into this. Joy overcomes barriers. Would you like that to happen for you? Joy overcomes barriers. And that is what your job can be. That is what I mean by changing how you see where you are right now in order to design where you want to be. Okay. So the first step towards getting somewhere is to decide that you're not going to stay here. If you're on a scale of 0 to 3, really decide this is not where I want to be. If you're on a scale of 4 to 6, you may like being there, it's your comfort zone, it's something that you like to do, but you still want to see what's there in the ocean. Right? So decide where you're at. If you're 8, 9, or 10, maybe you want to find, now the ocean is too small, you want to visit the galaxy. Would that be fun? Yes. So keep expanding. The universe is so big. Keep expanding. And I hope that when you leave here today, you'll feel like whatever job you're in becomes a joy to overcome any barriers in your life. I thank you so much for giving me the time, the energy, the space, for playing, for being an amazing audience. Please give yourself a round of applause.
Hi, I'm Jack Canfield, co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series and director of the Canfield Training Institute. Money and You is something I took almost 30 years ago and retook again just a few years ago, and both times it took my life to a new level in terms of my relationship to money, my understanding of business principles, and my understanding of what it takes to really transform yourself and your business in such a way that it all gets easier. So if you want to take a seminar that will change you, change your company, change your relationships, change your relationship to money as well as to people, and help you understand universal business principles that most of us were never taught, even if we went to school and got an MBA, then take the Money and You course.